Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Blueprints. This is probably not clear in the way the episodes come out, but it's been a bit since I played this. So, as you may know, I am a college professor, I just finished giving and grading my finals this week, so it's been about a week since I last played. I remember I found something that I was excited about, I think, at the end of last episode, and I have no recollection whatsoever of what it was. So we'll find out together whether I remember anything about this game. So I guess we're moving on to day 27, it looks like. So welcome. I hope you enjoy Blueprints Day 27. By the way, I've been really appreciating the comments. A lot of people have made some suggestions or nudges or whatever, and I appreciate that. And one of the things people have been suggesting is there's a finite pool from which you draft rooms. And if there's a finite pool from which you draft rooms, then if early in the day you draft all of the like three-way rooms, then late in the day you will only have dead ends and very specific two-way rooms. So I might try and keep that in mind. Also, Tristan noted that he saw some rooms have steam vents in them. So when I'm trying, because one of the things I've been trying to do is get the lab right next to the boiler room, it's possible I don't need them to be right next to each other as long as I pay attention to which rooms have steam vents. Will I pay attention to that? That is yet to be seen. Also, I have these 4 fires, and I've been convinced that I've gotten 3 of the 4 fires from rooms over here. Tristan pointed out that's not actually the case. I got 2 fires from rooms over here, and then the other fire that I got was from the gem mine that I got. Okay. Anyway, I picked the school grounds because I know there's a bunch of classrooms and I have not seen anywhere near all of them. It's possible I've literally only seen one because I've seen the music classroom, but that is apparently in the draft even when you don't have the schoolhouse as your grounds thing. Have I actually read this before? Does this matter? This is a bunch of text. I don't think I actually have seen this before because I think somehow I've been in here and not noticed this. So let's see. Is there any relevant thing? Should I read all of this? Better joke to end. Remember to give Mrs. Peterson her gift. Okay, so let's read this. So for the last 38 years, it's been my pleasure serving as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility. And meager as it may look by modern standards, I think most of us spent our afternoons here will readily admit that we are reluctant to see this. Is reluct really a word? To see this small piece of Reddington history go. I first wish to thank Lady Epson, our most gracious host today, for not only paying attention in my classes those many years ago, but for all the fundraising she has done on behalf of our community and our children. Without her, Reddington Elementary would still be a distant and blurry vision, a vision that I dared not even dream. That dreamer is, of course, the incomparable Mrs. Peterson, our future principal, and my reluctant successor. Why is it reluct here and reluctant here? It makes me think I'm supposed to pay attention to that, but if I need to read this in that level of detail, I fear for our success. Who I might add, forced me to give this speech, so I think I'll end my praise of her there, though she deserves much more, I'll admit. To the architect of our new school, the Baron Sinclair, thank you for following in your father's footsteps in building Reddington yet another school, and for allowing us the use of your own private residence and floor plans to serve as our interim facility until the new campus is completed in March. A decision I'm certain he will immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears children running through his halls. And lastly, I wish to thank all my students, many of you here today whom I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners wild. Those here whose parents before them that I've also taught and whose children I may yet. Without you, I have had a lifetime of quiet peace, and yet what is all the peace in the world if you have no one to bestow demerits upon? Thank you all sincerely. My time here has meant the world to me. If I'm still standing in 8 months, I will see you all at the slightly less melancholic ribbon ceremony next year. Okay. I did find there was a drawer somewhere that I failed to open for a bit, and then I opened it, so maybe I should look at that. Also, I see within a timely manner, and that is not the right type of manner. It's the blueprints kind of pun. It's a homophone of the right kind. That is also relevant to the game. Okay. Also, I was very amused how many comments I got from people saying they had never put together that blueprints and blueprints are homophones, and that was why they had named the game sort of after this, so it sort of mirrors both of those together. I'm going to throw a coin in here just in case it someday does something. But when I'm 1 coin short later, you're allowed to make fun of me in the comments for the fact that I did that. But I've been throwing coins in there. I don't know if it does anything. Okay, so... Okay, well, the lavatory is clearly the worst room in the game. I don't think I have immediate reason to go to the library. Oh, I guess it does make rare rooms more common. Sorry, so I do. I've read all the books in the library at least once, and I don't know what I'm looking for in future things. Okay, I did upgrade the parlor to have a better prize. It would be a little bit of a shame if I wasted the parlor on sort of going back. I'm trying to be cognizant of these. I also have 10 gems already, so, you know, this certainly bends the correct direction. So does the library. I'll go to the library just to make rare rooms more common. So yeah, I can check out a book, but I think I'm not going to at the moment. Okay, there's the classroom. Okay, this is a perfectly reasonable place to put the classroom. Okay, I'm trying to get to all the classrooms is the hope. So this is what told me the colors of the flags, which I think was relevant for something. There's the apple. I wonder if that was Mrs. Peterson's gift. Let's see, I'm just checking to make sure I did not miss anything here, because we don't get to come here very often. Okay, now we can put the parlor here, and now it is not an embarrassing place to put the parlor. Okay, so we've got the gems are not in this box. The blue box is true. The gems are in this box. Okay, so if the gems are not in the blue box, then all three are true, right? If the gems are not in the blue box, then this is true. This is true. And this is... Well, sorry, I should say, if the gems are in the black box, at least, all three are true. So the gems aren't in the black box. If the gems are in the white box, then it is one of each. Sorry, it is... If the gems are in the white... The gems are in the white box, is what I'm saying. If the gems are in the blue box, then, in fact, all three of them are false. So all three are false if they're in the blue box. All three are true if they're in the black box. And hence, they must be in the white box. It seems like perhaps we have, like, looped in these, because we seem to have gone back to the easier ones of these. Which perhaps means that I'm supposed to have beaten the game by now, but I haven't, and it's just making fun of me by giving me easy versions of these. That definitely feels like the sort of thing that is possible to me. Okay, well... all of these are bad, but I guess corridor is slightly less bad. Okay, I don't need to get to the back of the foundation again, I don't think. So this bedroom feels acceptable. Ooh, there's a chest. I will open the chest. Sure, why not? There's very often keys in here. And if there's at least one key, then it was unambiguously good to have opened the chest. and it feels like there is often at least one key. We have almost all the letters, by the way, of these things. Let's see, the observatory, if I put it here, will sort of snake over here. I always like going to the observatory. Sure, go to the observatory. Why not? See what we can get. We have gotten 5 diamonds, and rooms with 4 doors are more common. That's good. Anyway, sorry, I was saying how the rooms spell out the letters, and we've got this message that says, I should probably find my notes because again, it's been a little bit, so my notes are not out. Those are my Sudoku notes. That's different. They say, quote, IF space BR is what I have interpreted everything as, but I don't think that can be right because that doesn't sound correct. Count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. I'm trying to think if it's possible it's like the word I followed by 4, but that doesn't make any sense to me either. Okay, let's see. Okay, I don't particularly want to throw it on the Great Hall, though I'm pretty sure the Great Hall is part of how you get to the antechamber, but that's going to require a lot of keys, and I definitely don't presently have a lot of keys. I think I'm going to throw the walk-in closet here, even though this is going to require... Ooh, I don't think I've ever gotten the cupcake before. Did I miss an item? Wasn't that 3? I thought I was promised 4 items. I probably did get 4 items, and I just can't count. Okay, this is going to require me hoof it back through every room that I have so far visited. But hey, at least one of them is the bedroom. And that will also give me, like, sleep mask stuff. So it's actually very possible even though I'm going to have to hoof it back through every room I've drafted so far, I might actually enter the lobby with as many feet as I had originally. I have slightly more, actually, because I came in with 45 because of the... words, because of the outside door. Okay, I've got so many gems. It's obviously a complete waste to put the rotunda here, but I think I would rather spend the gems than put either of these sort of nasty-looking red rooms. By the way, I said I was going to look at the ceiling of every room, and do you know how many rooms I've looked at the ceiling of so far? If you guessed 0, you are correct. Okay, let's see. There's a Great Hall again. This seems like... yeah, so it seems like I don't want to get locked out. I should probably pick this or the Great Hall. Do I want to have the Great Hall out? Because I could spend 1 key, get through the Great Hall, and then have it back here in case I come across a giant pile of things. That's probably best. Because the Great Hall does seem to be an important room in the story. Okay, well, that would be great, except it would completely cut me off. So the den and security are my sort of 2 options. I'll go with security. Let's see. Okay, so I think we want to go back and turn the security system back to security level to low until we have the key card, and then we want to turn it to high, and then we want to change the offline mode to unlocked. Someone in the comments was asking, oops, I didn't actually do it. the reason why I do this is because if I don't have the key card, then I want there to be as few key card doors as possible. But also, if I happen to land at the place that lets me shut off the power to the security room, I would really like to be able to set it so that security doors are automatically open when I shut off the power. And then at that point, or at the point where I have the key card, then what I really would like is to have it go back to high security so that then there are sort of tons of doors that I can open for free. Okay. The laundry room is tempting, and I guess it gets it out of the pool. So yeah, so the sort of like the old me would definitely have grabbed the pantry here. I'm sort of tempted to say, like, which of these do I more want to get out of the pool? And maybe I more want to get this one out of the pool because maybe I can actually also do something with it. Also, I've only been here like once. Is there a chess piece in here, by the way? I have not written... I don't think I have a chess piece written down for here. Okay, it does not look like there's a chess piece here. But I can launder currency, apparently. Let's see. Cost 10, and will exchange all of your keys with all of your money at a 1-to-1 rate. Well, that's unfortunate. Your gems... Or, sorry, all of your keys with all of your gems at a 1-to-1 rate. That's actually pretty tempting, because then I could go, like, open every door in the Great Hall and just see what's happening. Yeah, sure, let's try this. Granted, now I'm going to be incredibly gem short, but at least... I am key rich. But I want to just know everything that is in the Great Hall. And I've never actually just gone and done this because I've never had 12 keys before. I'm still going to run out of keys at the end of this, aren't I? Okay, this one's blank. I know one of them has a switch that opens the door to the antechamber. Okay, one of them has an upgrade disc. I don't know if that's always the case. But we love upgrade discs around here. Okay, there's the switch that opens the east antechamber door. Okay, so let me write this down just so that I have it. I think these are in random places, by the way. I don't think that this is how it always works. The Great Hall seems to have the antechamber lever, maybe an upgrade disc, although I don't know that I know enough to believe that it always has an antechamber disc. There's a key. Oh, and maybe the antechamber lever is always with a key, in which case it would be great to have the ping, whatever it's called, metal detector. There we go. Okay. Okay, and this... Oh, I can still get here, actually, through this. Let's see. The commissary has items for sale. The storeroom has 2 keys and a gem. That'll get me a bunch of footsteps. I guess the storeroom is probably the best, even though presently the 2 keys are not looking fantastic. But gets a dead end out of the pool. Wait, does this... Oh, I see. The, I think... Yeah, that's... Okay, so this is the way. Okay. Okay, so we can go through security because it's the way out, and it will also let us use our upgrade disc. And we love using upgrade discs. Now have the chance to permanently enhance the hallway. Hallway with +1 key, hallway with +1 locked trunk, or hallway with add an extra hallway to tomorrow's draft pool. Locked trunk would obviously be nice right now, but I feel like keys are one of the currencies I most often lose because I run out of. So I'm going to choose the one that gets me keys. Okay. I cannot, unfortunately, choose the laboratory. So I have to choose the drawing room or the dark room. I'm going to choose the drawing room because if I choose the dark room, I can very easily lock myself out of being able to do anything. And it would be a real shame to lock myself out of doing anything when I've got 9 keys and have opened the other piece. Okay, so now I am, I suppose, rewarded for having left the pantry in the draft pool. Yes, I know I could have redrawn, but it could have ended up being worse. Okay, this classroom... Why does the classroom have to go the wrong way? That is really sad. I am not willing, unfortunately, to do that. So we're going to draft... Do I have a preference between these two? The archives have more interesting stuff going on. Obviously, the long run disadvantage is quite significant. But, and this is part of why I did this, I did seem to recall the archives have vents. So I'm going to create the rooms with vents list. Okay, the archive is 1. Okay, and it seems to have vents going... Is it every which way? Yeah, this has like 4-way vents. Okay, so that's good to know. Okay, and I guess north is the only direction that exists. I have to use a key. Fortunately, that's okay. Oh, I don't have the gems for that, so I guess Darkroom it is. And that's an okay place for the Darkroom, because it gets me into the Foundation, which is going to give me a lot of directions I can go, which is good. And all the places it can get me to are bad. Maybe this will be a classroom. It was a classroom. It's a classroom that goes the wrong way, but I still want to do this. Okay, so we've got a clue here to the dartboard puzzle. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Okay, those are in the right order. There's an apple. Okay, I think this is just telling me, this is just giving me an additional way to figure out the, it's giving me an additional way to figure out the puzzle for the dartboard. Okay, so this was not useful, but I'm still sort of glad that I got it, because I know that I think there are 8 classrooms that you can get to, so I think at some point I have to draft, like, all of them. So it's probably a good idea to try. Okay, we'll go here. We'll use a key. Okay, we can't do that, but we can take a maid chamber, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? Okay, okay, this is the note we've read before. This is Mila. I had not noticed that before. The broom statue is labeled Mila. That statue was related to a puzzle, at least in the tomb. Let's see, we've got here, I'm guessing this is the servant family. I'm going to take a picture of this just so that I have it on my phone. In case I need it later. Okay. Chapel it is, because I have no gems, which is really unfortunate. I think the strategic advice that it gave me in the one section was don't go exploring when you have no gems. But unfortunately, I had to trade all the gems for all the keys in the world. Okay, conference room will point the right way, so we're just taking it. It also has a key in it. Wonderful. Let's see, the doors here, that's not pipes. No, that's not pipes. The doors here, or the windows here, show us that this is on the edge. Okay, we can certainly go the wrong direction first, so to speak. I will use a key just to open something and get it out of the draft pool. Okay, I can use the utility closet to shut off the key card thing, or I can use the commissary to buy an item. Oh, no, I can't use the commissary to buy an item. I don't have any gems. I was like, oh, I could use that to buy some gems, but I cannot. So I'll just use this, get it out. We will turn off the keycard system, which means if we could magically turn the security level to high now, we would prefer that. Okay. We'll turn on the power to those places. Presumably there's somewhere where we can find a switch that we can use in there to turn on the other thing. I should look at what room that actually is to, by the way. I might need to use the magnifying glass to do that, but that is a magnifying glass thing that I can do. I do remember hazily that there was a thing that I felt like I really needed to use the magnifying glass to do at some point. Okay, well, that was a dead end. But what are you going to do? Well, the thing I'm going to do is go back to the Darkroom and cross my fingers and hope. I have done everything I can to make it not a disaster. Fortunately, the maid did not clean up the key. Yeah, so Darkroom it is. Oh, sorry, Darkroom is that way. Oh, I finally turned on the power. Wow, I somehow inexplicably have never actually turned on the power in the Darkroom and then been to the Darkroom. Ooh, there's a key card. Good thing that I made it so key cards don't do anything. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship. I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark, so keep an eye on that. I count 5 apples. I see a heart. I was hoping it would tell me the code. Oh boy, we've got a lot of photos in here to, they look very happy. We've got a lot of copies of that photo. Couple of those, that one. Most of these photos we've seen other places. Okay, this one... If I look at the number of apples here, and I just assume this is giving me the code to the orchard, then it would be 5 in the first tree, 1 in the second tree, there, 3 in the third tree, and 3, 6, 8 in the last one. So it would be something like 5, 1, 3, 8. if I just go out on a limb and guess that, assuming that this one is really here. So I do want to try that at some point, because that seems very likely to me to be what that is telling me. Now, was that different than the one over here? No, I just didn't pay enough attention over here to the fact that there were 5 there. Okay. So now we get to gamble. And I guess if we gamble here and lose, I guess the one benefit is we can go to the orchard and try things. Okay, well, weight room it is, which is not bad in the one way, but is bad in the other way. Okay, let's see. We can go this way. I guess I'll take the den for multiple reasons. One of which being that it will give me a gem, and I'll at least not be completely gemless. Okay, we want to go south first, because this is the place that's a dead end no matter what. Okay, someone in the comments mentioned that I did not actually notice that I could turn pages in the bunk room here, in one of the books or something. I still worry about this gerbil. I want to take him with me. He's so cute. Okay, I think it was this. Okay, so I read this page, but I didn't notice I could turn this, and so now it says, Irby is mean and really stupid, and today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. I also had more fun at camp than he has had in his entire life. Today is a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing mean things in it, too. He also threw my model airplane in the bushes outside, but I got it back, and if he does it again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday, and I will make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. I don't need any presents because I have my brother's book because he won't stop writing about me, and today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book even though he is older. He is a crybaby. Today is a good day because today my brother returns from college and I get to finally return to him the book I took from him a long, long time ago. Hopefully you find it as hilarious as I do. I honestly have no idea how we survived sharing a room. All things being said, I still would rather have had a sister. And the crossed out thing says I wouldn't have had it any other way, so they're not even making that. Congrats on the diploma and welcome home. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I didn't even get all the money over here. Imagine the comments if I had not done that. Boy, I am really losing engagement. Leave a comment anyway, even though I did actually eventually pick up the gold. How about that? Okay, I am aware I am now on way the wrong side of the house. Dining room it is. Okay, now Tristan pointed out that the ringing bell that I have inquired about will sound here once I draft, say, the laboratory. And that is because I have now made it to the 8th floor, and so now this this meal is useful. And so it is the dinner bell saying that dinner is served if you have the dining room, is what the ring thing is. Tristan definitely figured that out faster than I did. I realized I backtracked there when I was going to come back here anyway. So I should have just done this first. Okay, let's, okay. Immediately, let's see, do I care about any of these? Unfortunately, I can't immediately gain 1 allowance, which would have been nice. I guess I will just immediately gain 1 thing. Start experiment. Okay, we know the lab has this connection because we We specifically want to connect the lab to the boiler room. We'll just go with the ambiguous one. Okay, so this is the parlor. Or sorry, not the parlor, the whatever. This is the do math room. Okay, so 9. 14 divided by 7 is 2. 7 minus 3 is 4. Times 10 is 40. Divided by 2 is 20. Lord. 12 minus 11 is 1. Times 1 is 1. Times and divided by 4 is 1. Times 2 is 2. It's funny, I am in fact actually running out of keys. Now, I guess my goal really should be to get to the side of the antechamber that's unlocked. So I think in light of that, I should pick the mailroom because it'll give me an advantage for tomorrow. Okay, this is the letter that I had sent here. That's the letter I originally had here. I have the upgrade that makes it so this package will just go to the door tomorrow, so I don't have to do anything crazy. Doing my usual check to see if there's a chess piece in here. I have no idea, by the way, what the chess pieces are even going to do, but I assume I'm going to want to know at some point, and it's going to be important. Either that or they were just like, what can we do to fuck with people? I know, we'll put a random chess piece in some of the rooms. Okay, well, that is bad. Okay, so I just need to get lucky on this draw, I suppose. Okay, well, I got lucky in the sense that it did something, not lucky in the sense that it did cut me off. Use the elements below to form the answer to each question. Okay, so this is called water. H2O in a solid state is called ice. H2O in a gaseous state is called, and so this should be steam. This is fun. Let's see, I guess I'll take my apple. Yeah, so we know what the answers to this are, but we've got this list of elements that is maybe going to be useful for something later. WTESERCEAM. Okay, I really am cut off, right? I think I am. Yeah, sadly, I got the antechamber open, but I can't, in fact, do anything with it. So now I guess I can go to the orchard and try this combination that I think is going to be the safe, or the combination to open the orchard. And hope that I counted the apples correctly. Okay, we can go to the Darkroom. Okay, the archive, we can go back through. Pantry. Or I'm becoming less confident in my theory about the kerning on the fonts in the pantry. Because it got reproduced somewhere else. And so it's either a big thing or it's not a thing. And I'm I'm betting on not a thing, but big thing is definitely possible. That's not where I wanted to go. Okay, now we rotunda our way back to, oh, no, it's even already here. Excellent. Okay, and that's blocked off. Fine, fine, fine. Okay, now we go to the apple orchard. Let us go to the apple orchard. Stupid gems. That's not the way to the apple orchard. The apple orchard is over this way. The tension builds as we wonder, have I correctly identified what I'm supposed to do with the apple orchard? And if so, did I correctly count the apples? Or is this a random thing that I have made up? Okay, I seem to recall this was a 4-digit code. It was. Okay, so the fact that it's 4 digits is at least somewhat reassuring. Okay, so I think this is 5... No. 1... 3... 8... Okay, well, that doesn't bode well if that didn't immediately open it. Also, the fact that this fence is keeping me out of this is absurd. Okay, I should have taken a picture of the photo, I realize. It's not something dumb like that I need to press a certain button to get it to open the lock, I don't think. Okay. I could count the apples there now, but there's way more than 4 trees, so it's not clear to me that that would be a good idea. Well, darn. I felt like there were good chances of that. I'm going to go back and look at the picture and see if I can come up with an excuse to claim that I miscounted the number of apples. I got the footsteps. We got the footsteps, spend them. That's what my mom always used to say, right? Okay, I know that's probably connected to the tomb area, because we know we've got a whole thing going on with the tomb area. Let's see. I think most likely I am going exceptionally slowly through this game. But I'm not 100% sure. But I have seen some video titles with things implying that people have, like, in their first playthrough are beating it on, like, day 30 or something. And, spoiler, we're not going to beat the game on day 30. And I don't think we're even especially close to thinking about beating the game. I mean, I suppose I've thought about it technically. Let's see, is that the one that's best developed? This one's slightly better developed. So I counted these 5. I counted this 1. Why am I only seeing... Oh, no, I did write down 3. See, 3 here. And then... looks to me like 8 here. Unless you're going to say, like, that is also an apple. That would make this a 6 instead of a 5. I feel like they probably would not do that if that was what they intended, but maybe. But yeah, I could see this maybe being a 6. And maybe they want me to look at this with a magnifying glass or something. Oh, there is something down here to look at with a magnifying glass, I think. Okay, but I'm going to try 6138. I don't know if I'm going to have the feet to make it, but I might. Okay. Through the Great Hall. Through the Rotunda. The only thing I could see without using the magnifying glass was that maybe the 5 was actually a 6. But the fact that it's clearly 4 trees that have apples that you can count is suggests to me that this is a very reasonable thing to try to do. Maybe my brain is too witness pilled and this is not actually at all reasonable. Oops, not that way. Come on. Darn. There's so many apples back there, too. Think how many footsteps I could get if I had that many apples. Let's see, I've got my little doll, my sleeping bag. Okay, well, I think we have to call it a day here. We at least made it to 2 new classrooms, so that's something. We adopted new drafting strategies, which I don't know how successful they were, but they were something. Anyway, we have created an academic inn. That's right, we did figure out everything in the in the Great Hall, although I don't think it was super useful. I think the one thing from the Great Hall that I noticed that I had not before, and I don't know if this is always going to be true, is that the room with the lever also had the key, so that if we have the metal detector, that might make it so we don't have to open 7 doors to find the thing. I'm pretty sure that was true last time as well. But that's going to be it for today's episode of... I was going to say of The Witness, but that's not the right thing. Of Blueprints. There we go. That's the name of the game. So thank you, everyone, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.